Welcome back to Power Within, the sanctuary where you unlock the extraordinary energy deep within, crafting a life of prosperity and joy beyond your wildest dreams. Today we're about to unveil a secret, a profound truth capable of transforming your existence forever. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to hear isn't mere theory, it's the golden key that opens the door to your limitless potential. Right now, in this very moment, gift yourself a precious pause. Take a deep breath, slowly and deliberately. Feel the cool air as it fills your being, carrying tranquility and peace. And as you gently exhale, release every worry, every stray thought clinging to you from the outside world. Allow your mind to become utterly still, a blank canvas ready to receive the incredible insights that await. Have you felt it? Notice the shift within you right here, right now. There's something profoundly important I want to share with you today. A secret that has been overlooked, a dormant power yearning for your discovery. You've been searching, striving, hoping, yet perhaps an invisible barrier within you has been subtly holding you back. You desire to see proof first, to touch it, to grasp it with your own hands. But my dear friend, that isn't how the art of creation operates. The true secret lies in your ability to assume, to believe, and most crucially, to feel that what you long for is already yours in this very instant. Let me repeat that: feel. This isn't a fleeting thought. It's a vibrant state of being, an unwavering conviction resonating from the depths of your heart. In this moment, I urge you to ask yourself a sincere question. What do you truly desire? Is it authentic love, a thriving and fulfilling career, abundant wealth, or vibrant health? It matters not what it is, because all is attainable when you learn the power of feeling. Do you believe that? Share your greatest desire in the comments below. We are genuinely eager to hear your story. The moment you allow yourself to step into the reality of your wish fulfilled, unseen forces begin to orchestrate its manifestation. You don't need the world's permission. You don't need to beg, struggle, or tirelessly pursue. All that's required is an inner transformation, an unconditional acceptance that your desire is already a tangible part of your being. Consider this. Imagine you deeply yearn for a new job, one that truly resonates with your passions and allows your talents to flourish. Instead of fixating on the search, the applications, the interviews, feel as though you've already secured that position. Embody the joy, the excitement of waking up each day to a job you love. Sense the confidence and accomplishment in every project you undertake. Do you see? The power resides within you. You don't need to change the external world first. Begin by transforming your inner landscape. Nurture positive emotions, cultivate unwavering beliefs about what you desire. And now, I'm going to guide you through a remarkably effective exercise you can practice tonight, just before you drift off to sleep. Enter that liminal state, that tranquil space between wakefulness and dreams. Visualize yourself living the life you deeply desire. But don't just see it, feel it with every fiber of your being. If you yearn for love, feel the warmth of affection enveloping you, sense the deep connection with your ideal partner. Perhaps you're holding their hand, sharing moments of pure joy. Let your heart overflow with happiness and gratitude. If you aspire to success, feel the thrill of victory, the recognition from colleagues and superiors. Maybe you're standing on a stage, receiving heartfelt congratulations. Embody the confidence and fulfillment. If you crave abundance, feel the comfort, the security of having ample resources to enjoy life to the fullest. Perhaps you're effortlessly paying bills or planning incredible adventures. Sense the ease and financial freedom. If you desire healing, feel the vitality, the vibrant energy coursing through your body. Maybe you're enjoying activities you previously couldn't. Sense the lightness and renewed vigor. Hold on to that feeling until it becomes natural, until it feels like coming home. Then gently release it, stepping forward in absolute faith. Don't seek external signs. The world must conform to what you have accepted as truth within. You are the creator, the architect of your own destiny. Engrave this truth in your mind. When you truly feel something is real, it is already done. The power lies in the emotion, in the deep conviction within you. There exists a latent power within you, a resource that has been overlooked, underestimated, and misunderstood. It doesn't reside in strenuous effort, relentless struggle, or forceful coercion. Yet, It possesses the remarkable ability to shape your reality, transforming your deepest longings into tangible experiences. That power is emotion. You have been conditioned to believe that hard work, persistence, and external actions are the primary tools for achieving success. You've been told that if you desire something, you must relentlessly pursue it, toil tirelessly, and battle every obstacle in your path. But what if I were to tell you that the secret doesn't lie in the striving, but in the knowing, in the assumption, in the feeling that your desire is already fulfilled? This is the key that unlocks the invisible and brings it into form. Right now, contemplate something you deeply yearn for. Perhaps it's financial freedom, a loving relationship, radiant health, or success in your chosen field. Whatever it is, notice how your mind instinctively calculates how it will come about, how long it will take, or whether it's even feasible. This is how the material world is structured, characterized by its demand for evidence before accepting something as real, a world that requires proof before belief. But the process of creation doesn't operate in this manner. The truth is the reverse. Believe first and the evidence will follow. Commit this to memory. Everything you currently possess in your life is a reflection of your dominant assumptions and feelings from the past. You don't consciously fight for every breath you take or every sunrise you witness. Much of what you experience arrives naturally because, on some level, you have already felt it to be yours. The home you inhabit, the people you interact with, the circumstances you encounter. All were once an intangible feeling, a silent assumption, a state you occupied within before it materialized in your external world. The common mistake many make is attempting to force a new reality while still harboring feelings of lack, doubt, or desperation. They visualize wealth while feeling impoverished, they affirm love while feeling lonely, they work diligently while deeply believing that success is arduous. This internal conflict holds them captive, because it isn't merely the thought, but the emotion behind it that truly makes the difference. Emotion is the very fabric of creation. It is the energy that molds reality. You must learn to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. When you close your eyes and envision yourself living in the fulfillment of your desire, don't just see it, feel it. Sense the tranquility of abundance, the security of success, the joy of love. Allow it to permeate your being until it feels natural, until it no longer resembles a dream but a cherished memory. This isn't wishful thinking. This is creation. Indeed, you are actively creating your reality. The moment you embrace a feeling as true, reality begins to shift to align with it. You may not witness immediate changes, but the unseen forces have already been set in motion. Remain faithful to this new feeling, live within it, speak from it, and most importantly, abide in it. Don't allow the external world to deceive you. Circumstances are irrelevant. Only your inner state holds significance. If you persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the world must comply. It has no other choice because emotion is the secret and what you feel, you become. Remember this well. Emotion is the secret to manifestation. Your imagination is the bedrock of reality. Everything you see, touch, and experience in the physical world once existed in the invisible realm of thought. Every great invention, every towering skyscraper, every masterpiece of art, and every tale of success began as an idea, an image held within the mind. But it wasn't just the mere thinking or wishing that brought these into being. It was the assumption that they were real, the feeling of their reality, that compelled their manifestation. Your imagination isn't a playground for idle fantasies. It's the workshop of creation. The reality you inhabit today is the direct result of what you have imagined and accepted as true in the past, whether you were consciously aware of it or not. Your dominant assumptions shape the path you walk, the relationships you forge, the balance in your bank account, the opportunities that come your way. All are reflections of your inner world. If you desire to change what you see, you must first alter what you imagine and feel to be true. Many believe they are victims of circumstance, but nothing in the external world holds power over you unless you grant it that power by accepting it as real. The outer world is merely a shadow, a reflection of your inner state. If you persist in the assumption of lack, struggle, or rejection, your world will inevitably mirror that experience. But if you dare to assume and feel the reality of abundance, ease, and love, then your world must transform to reflect that new assumption. Emotion is the bridge between imagination and manifestation. It's not enough to simply think about what you want. You must feel it as if it were already yours. The subconscious mind doesn't respond to empty words. It responds to feeling, to the depth of conviction behind the thought. If you visualize yourself as wealthy while secretly feeling impoverished, your dominant emotion will prevail and lack will persist. But if you assume the feeling of wealth, security, or financial ease, even before a single dollar appears, the world will begin to rearrange itself to make that assumption a reality. Your imagination is boundless, and so are the possibilities before you. Nothing is too grand, too difficult, or too far-fetched. The only limitations that exist are the ones you impose upon yourself through doubt and disbelief. The moment you release those self-imposed limitations and abide in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the world begins to transform. People, events, and opportunities move in ways you couldn't have predicted. Paths open where none existed before. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. The key is persistence. You must hold steadfast to your inner vision, regardless of what the external world reflects back to you. Don't be swayed by temporary appearances. The delay between the assumption and the manifestation is merely an illusion, a test of your faith. If you continue to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, unwavering and without doubt, then what you have imagined will crystallize into reality. Everything begins within. Your imagination creates your reality, and emotion is the force that propels it into being. Assume the best, feel it as real, and watch your world transform before your very eyes. The world you perceive around you isn't as solid or fixed as you might believe. Everything that appears in your reality is simply a reflection of your past thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. Your senses tell you that circumstances are real, that what's before you is all that exists. But that's an illusion. The material world isn't the cause of your experiences, it's the effect. The cause lies within you. Most people live as though the external world holds power over them. They react to what they see, hear, and feel, believing that circumstances dictate their emotions, actions, and possibilities. If they see lack, they believe in lack. If they experience rejection, they assume they are unworthy. They allow what appears now to determine what they will continue to experience. But if you live this way, you are merely chasing shadows. You are allowing the past to repeat itself because you are clinging to what your senses tell you is real. If you desire to change your reality, you must first detach yourself from the dictates of your senses. Don't let the external world define you. It is not permanent, it is not immutable. It is simply a reflection of what you have previously assumed to be true. To create something new, you must turn your attention inward and change your inner state. You must feel differently before the world can reflect that difference back to you. Think of a mirror. If you frown at it, it won't smile back. The image only changes when you change. Reality operates in a similar fashion. If you feel impoverished, abandoned, or unworthy, the world will continue to mirror that back to you. But if you assume a new feeling, if you persistently believe that you are wealthy, loved, and successful, then the mirror must change. It has no other option. The world is simply responding to what you assume to be true. This is why detachment is essential. If you remain emotionally attached to what your senses are showing you, you will continue to reinforce the very reality you wish to transcend. You must rise above external appearances and live from a deeper knowing, the understanding that what you feel within now is what will soon materialize in your outer world. Disregard current circumstances if they don't align with your desires. They are nothing more than echoes of old beliefs. They are not permanent, they are not final. Detachment doesn't mean neglecting responsibility or withdrawing from life. It means refusing to be controlled by the illusion of lack, failure, or limitation. It means choosing your inner state rather than allowing the world to choose it for you. When you master this, you become truly free. You no longer react to life, you create it. Your sole task is to hold steadfast to the feeling of your wish fulfilled as though it were already a tangible fact. The world will catch up, it has to. The invisible always precedes the visible. Change how you feel and reality will follow suit. Release doubt, cease reacting, and trust in the unseen power within you. Your world will transform before your very eyes. You don't need to beg for what is already rightfully yours. You don't need to wish, hope, or search externally for signs that your desire is on its way. If you truly understand the power within you, you'll know that the very longing you feel is the evidence of its completion. The moment you desire something, it already exists in an unseen reality. Your only task is to abide in the end result, to assume and feel that it is already yours. Most people live in a state of anticipation. They hope, they yearn, they long for a future where their dreams will materialize. But in doing so, they keep their desires in the future always just out of reach. They send a signal to their subconscious mind that they don't have what they want, and the world reflects that lack. The secret isn't in the waiting, but in the assumption, in stepping into the state of already having it. Consider your deepest desire. Instead of viewing it as something separate from you, something you must chase or work to attain, envision it as already accomplished. How would you feel if you had it right now? How would you move, speak, and think if it were already a reality? Allow that feeling to wash over you, let it become your natural state of being. The more you dwell in this feeling, the more real it becomes, until the world has no choice but to conform. You don't need to know how your desire will manifest. That isn't your concern. The world will orchestrate itself in ways you cannot foresee. Opportunities will arise, circumstances will shift, and people will play their part, all working in concert to bring your assumption into tangible form. But you must remain faithful to the end result. You must persist in the feeling of fulfillment, regardless of what the current external world reflects back to you. This is where many falter. They begin to assume, to feel the reality of their wish, but then they look around and don't see immediate change. Doubt creeps in. They check for signs, they question whether it's working, and they slip back into their old state of longing. This wavering sabotages their work. To manifest what you desire, you must remain steadfast, unmoved by external appearances. You must trust that what you have assumed is already in motion, even when there's no tangible evidence yet. Think of planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust the process, knowing that beneath the surface, unseen forces are at work. The same holds true for your desires. Once you have assumed them to be real within, your only task is to live in that state, thinking, feeling, and acting as though it is already done. This is the secret to effortless creation. When you stop trying to make things happen and instead abide in the end result, reality bends to conform to your inner world. What once seemed impossible unfolds naturally, without force or struggle. Simply be the person who already possesses what they desire, and the world will reflect it back to you. That is the law. Every night as you close your eyes and drift into sleep, you stand at the threshold of creation. In this drowsy, relaxed state, your conscious mind quiets, and your subconscious becomes remarkably receptive. It no longer argues, doubts, or questions. It simply accepts. This is the most potent moment to reshape your reality, to deeply implant the feeling of your wish fulfilled into your subconscious mind, so deeply that it must manifest in your surrounding world. Most people go to sleep in a state of worry, regret, or frustration. They replay the troubles of their day, dwell on their difficulties, and inadvertently sow these negative emotions into their subconscious. The next day, they often awaken to more of the same circumstances, because they have unknowingly recreated them in their sleep. But you can utilize this time differently. You can step into the state of your wish fulfilled and allow your subconscious to bring it into being. Before sleep, release the external world. Don't concern yourself with what is happening, what has happened, or what might happen. All of that is irrelevant. All that matters is the reality you are about to create within. Close your eyes, allow your muscles to soften, and gently guide yourself into a serene state. Sense the approaching embrace of sleep, that comforting weight, yet maintain a gentle awareness, a conscious presence to steer the currents of your thoughts. This precise moment, this tranquil transition, is the ideal gateway to embody the feeling of your desire already realized, already yours. Step into the scene of your desired life, not as a detached spectator, but as a fully engaged participant. If the longing in your heart is for love, truly feel the tender warmth enveloping you, the comforting presence that signifies connection and belonging. Perhaps you feel the gentle touch of a loved one's hand, the shared laughter that resonates with deep affection, the knowing glance that speaks volumes. Immerse yourself in the sensory experience of being loved, cherished, and understood. Let that feeling permeate every cell of your being, making it a tangible reality within you right now. If it's success, hear the accolades being spoken in your honor. If it's abundance, feel the ease and security of having more than enough. Make the scene as real as possible, but more importantly, make it natural. Don't force it. Let it unfold effortlessly as if you are recalling a memory, not creating a fantasy. The key isn't just visualization, it's feeling. Emotion is the language of the subconscious mind. If you merely watch mental images without any accompanying feeling, you are simply daydreaming. But the moment you infuse a deep, genuine emotion into the scene, as if it were happening right now, your subconscious accepts it as truth. And what your subconscious accepts as truth, it is compelled to bring into your life. Persist in this feeling until sleep overtakes you. Allow yourself to drift off with the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. This isn't a time to think about how it will happen or to doubt whether it will work. This is a time to surrender to the feeling of already having what you want. By doing this, you are imprinting a new reality onto your subconscious mind, and it will work tirelessly to manifest it in ways beyond your conscious understanding. When you awaken, resist the urge to doubt. Don't look to the external world for immediate proof. Simply trust that the seed has been planted and allow it to germinate. The world you awaken to will soon begin to shift, to realign itself with the assumption you carried into sleep. This is the secret to effortless creation. If you fall asleep each night in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the day will come when you no longer need to imagine it, because it will be your reality. If you fall asleep each night in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the day will come when you no longer need to imagine it, because it will be your reality. Belief isn't hoping, wishing, or waiting for evidence. Belief is a feeling, a deep inner knowing that what you have assumed is already yours. The world may not show you anything yet. There may be no physical proof, but the moment you feel something is true within, it has already begun to materialize. Most people only believe what they can see, hear, or touch. They wait for confirmation from the external world before allowing themselves to trust. But that isn't true belief. Belief requires no external validation. Belief is the ability to feel something into being, to trust the unseen so completely that it has no choice but to appear in the visible world. Right now, whatever your desire, whether it's love, success, wealth, or healing, it exists as a possibility. It isn't separate from you. The only thing keeping it at bay is your belief that it isn't yet real. But the moment you accept it within, the moment you feel its reality before you see it, the process of manifestation begins. Your subconscious mind takes that feeling as truth, and the world around you starts to rearrange itself to reflect it. Doubters sabotage their own desires by seeking proof too soon. They assume their wish fulfilled for a fleeting moment, then immediately scan their environment to see if anything has changed. When they see the old circumstances, they doubt, they question, and they slip back into their old state of lack. This wavering cancels out their assumption. You must persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, regardless of what the material world reflects back to you. Think of a seed planted in the ground. The moment you sow it, the process of growth has begun, even though you can't see it yet. If you keep digging it up to check if it's growing, you will only delay its development. The same holds true for your desires. Once you have assumed them to be real within, leave them undisturbed, trusting that the unseen forces are working to bring them into form. Emotion is the secret ingredient. It's not enough to simply say, "I believe." You must feel the reality of your desire. If you yearn for love, feel the warmth and joy of being in that loving relationship now. If you aspire to success, feel the confidence, the satisfaction, the ease of already being successful. Don't wait for the world to give you permission to feel that way. Feel it now and the world will follow suit. Belief isn't passive, it's an active state of being. It's living as if your desire is already a fact, speaking as if it's already accomplished, walking as if you are already the person who has it. When you truly embody this feeling, you will no longer need proof because you will know it is done. And once you know it is done within, it must become a reality without. This is the great mystery of creation. The world doesn't shape your beliefs shape your world. Change your inner feeling, hold steadfast to your conviction, and reality will bend to conform. Everything you seek, love, success, abundance, or peace, begins within you. The external world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. When you learn to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, to trust the unseen, and to persist in that inner knowing, you become the master of your own reality. There's no need to struggle, to chase, or to doubt. Simply feel it as real, and the world will rearrange itself to match your assumption. Don't be fooled by what your senses show you today. The circumstances you see are merely echoes of past thoughts and beliefs, but you are not bound by them. At any moment, you can step into a new state, a new assumption, and witness your world transform before your very eyes. The key is belief, not blind hope, but a deep, unwavering feeling that it is already done. If you can fall asleep in the state of your wish fulfilled, if you can carry that knowing with you throughout the day, and if you can trust that the unseen is more real than the seen, then nothing is impossible for you. You are the creator of your reality. Feel it, believe it, and so it shall be. Thank you for joining Power Within today. If you found this information valuable and wish to explore more of the incredible power within you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next insightful content, and share it with those friends who you believe need this message. Remember, the power is always within you. Start feeling it now. Farewell, and I look forward to seeing you in the next Power Within video.